In this video, I'm going to show you how to assemble the Dummy 13 and talk you through it because sometimes it's easier to hear an explanation than just to see. I've printed out my parts in two different colors. The joints are in blue and like the armor is in green. And I printed it out at 150 scale, so it's big enough to see. And this character is at 150 scale as well. So he's a little bigger than the standard, but I kind of like it this size. So yours may be smaller. Okay, so first I'm going to take apart everything. Okay, so I've organized everything. I put all the parts of the armor kind of in the spot they'd be on the body, and I've separated all the joints into like part groups. The first thing you need to do here, oh, and I just want to note, I didn't remove all the little threads of filament on everything just because I'm a little lazy, but it does come off as you go, so I'm not worrying about that too much. Okay, so the first part, the beginning, is the triple circle, the triple sphere piece, the large one. There's another one that kind of looks like it, but you don't want the smaller one, you want the bigger one. And you need the medium-sized ball and hinge. There's 4 different types like this, the 2 little ones, the extra long one, and the medium. You want the medium, and you're going to click it right in. Okay, I used the floor as leverage. You have to be pretty strong to get these in, but the good thing is once they're connected, they stay put for the most part. So that's exciting. This is kind of a nice hinge joint, and it's going to perform the functions of the hip. So it needs to be really flexible but strong. Okay. Next up, you want to find this part of the armor. It's like a big U looking thing, and it's going to flip right in to the little U in this ball and socket. There we go. And then you're going to take this hip part of the armor with the flat part facing downward, and you're going to try to fit the piece you just made, I believe, with the flat meeting the flat. Just like that, perfect. And that clicks together, very nice. I'm just gonna get rid of my excess here, perfect. Okay, next up, we're going to take our long ball and socket joint, and we're gonna take this middle part of our armor, and it's got the soft semicircles at the top, you'll see. You're going to slide this in, ball first, all the way in until you can't fit it anymore. So the ball is meeting up with those semicircles at the top. And then you'll see these two can fit together. So there's a socket and there's a ball at the top of those hips. You're going to click them in. There we go. Perfect. And it's nice and flexible once it's put together. And just a note, the front of this is going to be the longer semicircle situation. The shorter one is the back. So this is the front, this is the back. Next up, we have one of the more interesting looking pieces, this one, this joint. Then we're going to take this other kind of, another kind of U-shaped piece of armor, and we're going to slide the smaller end into it, like so. And it kind of takes a little force, but that's what it'll look like when it's put together. And then you take the chest piece of armor with the 13 as the front, and you slide it over the top. Whew, not like that. It'll kind of just fit together. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And then you could take the body here and attach the chest to it with the ball and sockets. Nice. Get that satisfying click. Perfect, all attached. Next up are the shoulder sockets. So I'm just going to quickly take off the excess filament I have on these. And they each go in to these joints. So, and now this takes a little bit of strength. Got it. My first try, awesome. And this one too. Nice. And these rotate like a shoulder. They've got a lot of room for rotation there. Perfect. Now finally, we have the head. Here is our head, obviously. We need one of these U shapes with a loop, and we're looking for the one with the longest loop. So they look alike, but one has a longer little loop at the top, and that's the one we're looking for the head. And we're going to put that directly into that skull. And it's a tight fit, but you'll know when you get it in there. Perfect. And we need the neck. So that's where this other 3-ball joint comes into play, the smaller one. And this U-shaped, the smallest U-shaped piece of armor. Now that covers up the middle of this ball joint here. And that will be the back of the neck. So facing, with the U facing away, you put in the neck and you just slide it into that top ball joint. And then you can slide on your head and you've got the socket already in. Perfect. All right, now he's got a head. And that is the main part of the body. Next, we're going to put together the legs. First, you need the long U-shaped hook looking one. Okay, there's also shorter ones. So you're looking for the long. And also, you need one of these U-shapes with a flat bed top. You're going to flip that around and slide the flat into that hook. And it's a tight fit as everything is. Good. Then you're going to take that hook and you're going to put it into this thigh piece of armor here that looks like this. And you're going to slide it in this way with the hook facing the flattest part. And you're going to kind of click it into place. And this little slot here will stick out. And you're going to do that with both legs. Perfect. And then you're going to take the long ball and stick, and you're going to slide it through the calf piece of armor. So you're going to do it like this, these two sides lined up like that, and you're going to just push it through. There we go. With the ball part going at the square opening here. Oops. Sometimes it gets pushed through a little too far, and just adjust that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And then the ball goes at the bottom of the foot. Next up, you've got one of these W. You actually have 4 of these W hinges. These are great. They go behind the knee, right? Because your knee bends this way. So you're going to have the little loopy at where the knee would be. So you hook this behind the calf and behind the calf and behind the thigh. Perfect. Nice. And you know what you need here? A kneecap. And that's what these tiny little pieces of armor are for. So I find it easy to bend the knee completely and then pop on the joint of the kneecap, bend the knee completely, pop it on. There we go. Looking good. Now for the foot. The foot's very easy. You've got this piece here and then the little tippy toe part here. The tippy toe just pops onto the end of the foot. And we just have to use all our strength. Got it. And this one. Whew, breaking into a sweat over here. Okay, cool. So now to finish off the foot, you need these two U shapes with the loop at the top. These are the ones with the same size loop at the top, and they go on the foot like this. They fit right into it, sliding in. I just want to note that the sides of the U are not even, and the longer one goes on the outer part of the foot because you have more rotation on the inner axis. So that pops in there right like that, and then you can take your leg and just put the ball into the socket. Beautiful. Same thing, easy enough. Okay, ball in the socket. Beautiful. And now we have the fun part of connecting the legs to the hips. So the hips are very rotational, so you kind of have to get a good grip on them. And then once you get it on there, you can adjust the leg. There we go. And now to finish off the legs, all we need are these little upper hip bone parts, armor. And you just slide that above on top of that joint to cover it up. So with the opening on the bottom. There we go. Beautiful. Look at him. Almost done. Just have to do the arms. So the arms are kind of like the legs. We have these U-shaped hooks and the flatbed U's. We've got two left of those, so we just slide those into the U's, similar to the legs. If you can't get it to work, I suggest using a piece of furniture with a hard surface and pressing down on that, because that helps me a lot. Okay, and now we've got these longer pieces of armor here. These are the forearms area. We're going to do the same thing as we did with the calves, where we put the ball at the top, and we want to have the U opening here, there. So I'm sliding it in, and I've got that little U opening visible. Same thing. Oh, no, there, like that. There you go. And it should look like that. Okay. Now, these pieces of armor, they're like little U-shaped, again, another U-shaped thing, little coverlets, I guess. And they slide right over this this joint to cover it up, kind of creating like a cover so you don't see where that flat bed is connecting. So this just like a little sheath that slides over. Perfect. Okay, now it's a matter of connecting the forearms to the upper arm. So we go to our W joint again, and we're going to go over top the forearm because that has to fit in like that. Couldn't do it any other way if you wanted to. And you just click it in. Whew! That was tough. Okay. And then you just have to click in the other side of the elbow here. This one can go either way, so that's fine. Nice. All right, we've got one arm done, one arm to go. Take your last W here, click it in. Okay, take your last hook here, click that one in. Remember, this can hook in either way, but this one can only go that way. And I find it easiest to push it all the way, rotate it all the way out so you can really get in there. Whew, got it. Okay, now we've got an arm. So we're going to connect these to these shoulder sockets. So, oh, nice. Woohoo, it's coming together. Another shoulder socket to the other arm. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. So excited. Now you've got these last pieces of armor left. These cover the shoulders, so they go flat part with the little extensions down. That's how it connects to the shoulder. Other one. You gotta wrestle with it. There you go. And now we get to pick our hands. So I only printed out these hands. I'm gonna go with this open hand. Whew, got it. And then you can kind of rotate that hand into place however you like. And then let's do another one. How about just a fist? Oh my gosh. All right, I got it on. He is all done. So this is what the Dummy 13 looks like, all assembled. We've got lots of great range of motion here. You can pose this guy in all sorts of different ways. And there are so many add-ons and different prints you can do to make this guy your own. So I hope you had fun. I hope you found this useful, and I will see you in another video.